And we'd like to thank Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio. Happy Friday, that's right. It is Friday, time for the weekend, and it looks like some nice weather coming in for the weekend, so there's different activities going on. Check out the KRIM FM website, our events page for different events that are happening here in Rim Country. Just, you know, when the weather's nice, it's great to get out and enjoy our beautiful town and the beautiful country that we live in up here in Rim Country. Hey, well, this morning we're doing our Longhorn Spotlight program, and we have in the studio the Payson High School Culinary program. Not all of the students, but we have the instructor, Miss Glenna Spurlock. Good morning, Glenna.
Good morning.
And we also have one of her star students, Sadie Phipps. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing good? I have to bring the energy because we were talking about it. Normally you said you were hyper, but hey, it's your day off. It's a weekend for you, so I know, a little tired. But thank you for coming in on your day off.
Of course.
Yeah, to talk about the culinary program. And I remember the last time you were in, the students you brought in, I think one of them, Riley Carnes, I think was
Yes,
one of the students.
yes.
And the other ones that just really shared how much they enjoyed your culinary program. And they had so much fun and were learning so much. And they were able to take everything they were learning back home, and they enjoyed, you know, cooking for their parents, their families. So I think that's really neat that you know, students can participate in a program that gives them all that practical, real-world experience.
Right.
They can use at home. So a little bit about you. How long now have you been teaching culinary?
This is my 19th year.
So
Teaching
you're still
culinary.
kind of figuring things out?
Yeah, I'm still learning.
19, wow, 19 years.
Yeah.
So you love teaching culinary.
I do.
Mhm.
do.
And I think last time we talked, how many students, approximately how many students are in the program?
Right now I have almost 120 students in the program.
Wow, so that seems pretty consistent, that number, I think last
Yeah,
time,
it
a
was
couple
about
years
the
ago,
same, yeah.
but 120 students. So Sadie, how long have you been in the culinary program here?
This is my first year.
First year, okay. What made you choose going into the culinary program?
Well, I'm not the greatest cook, and I thought that I could learn
Yeah,
from it, so
yeah.
and use it at home.
Hey, there you go. It's not something that you're just born knowing how to do. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, all of a sudden, oh, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. There's a lot to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, what has been your favorite part so far this year of being in culinary?
Well, a lot of the students in the culinary class are very nice and
Mhm.
comforting to be around. So we all have kind of our own section. Like it's a big kitchen, but there's each corner,
Mm-hmm.
and we have groups. So we all get to work together and cook as a group, and we get to talk to each other and learn things as we're cooking, and we get to help each other out.
Okay.
So I like being in the environment.
Yeah, that's really cool. Something that I guess you're also learning is in a kitchen, it is kind of a team sport.
Teamwork, yeah.
Where teamwork
Teamwork.
is so important.
And that's one thing I tell them when I put you in a group. Don't come and say, I don't like Sadie, so don't.
But no one says that. Come
Yeah, I hope
on.
not.
No one says that.
And, you know, because I'm not going to change you just because you don't like somebody. You have to learn to work with everybody, because when you get out in the real world, you may not work with people you like, but you still have to work with them.
Oh yeah, no, that is a great lesson to get along with coworkers, fellow students, your peers, because it is kind of like family. Do you have any siblings?
I have
or-
4.
4, so you kind of know what it's like. What are
I'm the
ages?
youngest.
You're the young.
They're all
oh,
20 and up. So
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the baby.
I am.
Yeah. So how was it like with your siblings? Did you get used to like kind of having to deal with, you know, them and compromise, or you know?
Yeah, we always have arguments in my house. Who's the favorite? They all say it's me, but it depends.
It's either the baby or the oldest.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. The ones in the middle, sorry, all you middle kids.
It's always an argument who gets away with most, and
That's the baby. Yeah, the baby. We're the oldest. It's always the hardest because parents and they're like, oh, don't do this. No, you can't do this. Don't do that. And then by the time the youngest comes along, it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
whatever.
Do
Oh,
it.
whatever. Yeah, just go ahead. No, that's funny. So you're kind of used to that, having 4 siblings.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Hey, we were talking before the program. Food. You must like food. What's your favorite food?
Italian.
Italian
Probably.
food?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Spaghetti, lasagna, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you like Italian food. And now, is that something that you make? Is there Italian food or different pastas?
Yes,
Different
we have, I don't know if we've done it this year, but we've done chicken Alfredo before.
Ooh. Do you like chicken Alfredo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did, when
Oh,
we did
yeah.
our mystery boxes where
Okay.
me and my group, we made some kind of pasta with meat in it.
Yes.
Mm.
So,
Mystery box. Hey, tell me about this mystery box. What was that all about?
so she puts a certain amount of ingredients in a box for each group, and we all have to make whatever's in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to use all of it. So, but we can get other things from like her pantry or the kitchen, we can add on to it, but we have to use everything that's in the box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
And the box has the same thing for each group.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So each group would get chicken, maybe
For
soy
spices.
sauce or a spice or,
Mhm.
something,
Mhm.
cauliflower.
Mm-hmm.
But each group has all the same thing in the box.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have to think outside the box, what can I do with this?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And now Sadie is in the advanced culinary
Yes.
class. So students that are want to go into culinary, then they would start out in culinary 1. That's almost like an introduction.
We have an intro class,
Mm-hmm.
that's for the freshmen, and then we have culinary 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomores, culinary 2, 3 are the more advanced students. And
Okay.
we do competitions.
Mm.
We have two groups that we work with, CCAP, Careers in Culinary Arts Program, and FCCLA,
Mm-hmm.
Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
Okay.
And they have the opportunity to go and compete at competitions. Took some kids down in September.
Mm-hmm.
We went down to the Harvest Moon with CCAP and competed there.
Okay.
And that was really fun, and the kids had a good time with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting ready right now to go to FCCLA competition.
Okay.
That's coming up, and that's what we've been working on.
Yeah, there's been some students in my class preparing and doing different things, like one of the girls is decorating cakes, right?
Right.
So she's
Uh-huh.
been practicing, and we've been watching a little bit as we're cooking, so we've been looking back and seeing how she's practicing and everything, and it's pretty
Gotcha.
cool.
Yeah. Is that something that you think you would like to do as far as go to a competition?
Well, I just started this year, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting a feel for it, maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Gotcha. Yeah, next year you'll be a senior.
Mhm.
So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it would be a little hard just your first year into it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine competitions can be pretty intense.
They can be really intense, yeah,
Wow.
very, very, very. CCAP has a competition where they actually award scholarships for
Mhm.
students to be able to go on, and had several kids that have won scholarships through them to go to culinary schools,
Mm-hmm.
and that one is a tough competition.
I'd imagine they're probably looking at all aspects
Right.
of culinary or being a chef, cutting and just all
Right.
of it, because there's a proper way to cut and meat or fish, how to prepare it, fillet the fish and so on. Is that something that you've thought about? Maybe is this something you could see, or is it too early, kind of just in the program?
Well, we've had a few already, and she asks the class, is there anybody that's interested in doing this? And
Mhm.
of course, it's crossed my mind a few times, but
Mhm.
I'm not exactly sure yet. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun, but
Mhm.
I haven't fully decided yet.
Yeah, yeah, and the culinary schools, there's a couple. Are there a couple?
There's a
you?
couple. I really, really, really encourage the kids to go to Scottsdale Community College. They have a wonderful culinary program there. Not quite as expensive as a
Like cordon bleu
Right,
or one of
yeah.
those. Yeah.
you know, 70,000, 7,000.
A little bit of a difference.
A little bit of a difference.
Yeah, just a little
So
bit.
I do encourage them to do that if they are really looking at that, because Scottsdale has one of the best programs around.
Oh, wow.
I do encourage that.
Now, I know in the past, the culinary program, the students have like prepared food for different events at the school
Right.
or for groups. Is that something that you've been doing
Yes.
this year, or still doing?
We've had some catering things. Sometimes we do, we sell to teachers at the lunchtime. So they come in and, in fact, I just had one of the teachers say, when are you going to do that again? We want you to do that again. So, yeah, we cater and that's a lot of work. Takes a lot of,
Oh, yeah. Have you been a part of any of the catering at all?
I'm not
she has
sure.
helped with making the food for it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But a lot of the time around when I've been doing sports and different stuff, so
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out my schedule this
Mhm.
year. So I definitely want to in the future though.
Yeah, that's something else that I remember the other students that you brought in, they would participate in the culinary program, but then I believe most of them were also athletes as
Right,
well.
right.
So,
So
you participate in sports too?
Yes.
What sports do you?
Basketball.
There you go. That's good. So, yeah, we had the basketball, some of the players in, and they did really good this year, the basketball team.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So, how long have you been playing basketball?
I probably started trying out when I first started in middle school, but
Mhm.
I've been playing since elementary school, and you know, on the court I like to play with the boys because they were more rough and taught me more. But I was the only girl that ever played with the boys. But
Yeah,
yeah, I started trying out in middle school.
that's funny. You probably heard or know Caitlin Clark,
Yes.
Iowa.
Big fan.
Now the
Big fan.
leading scorer, NCAA, history going past Pete Maravich. But it was funny. It's funny reading about her because her dad said, "Oh yeah, she played in boys leagues and stuff." She was so good that the other parents said she can't play with the boys. She's too good. I thought that's so funny. It's like, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna say that? Well, how about you look at it as, hey, your boys are gonna be getting better because they're playing with someone that is that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's funny when you said that. That's what I thought of as how, playing with the boys. That's pretty good. So, let me see, what do you have coming up for the remainder of the year? There's only 9 weeks.
right, so April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd is when we are going down to the FCCLA competition. We have some testing coming up, which is, but at the end of the year, we do a really big staff appreciation dinner.
Oh, okay.
So they usually work in groups of 2. We work around a theme. So this year our theme is Longhorn Stampede.
Okay.
They can choose what color they want to put on their tables. We do a 4-course meal, and it is basically all homemade. They are in the kitchen. I am out with the teachers. So it is all on their own thing, and it shows off their skills and what things they've been taught, and so, yeah, it's fun. We've experimented with a few things that we're making for the dinner, and
Yeah.
so
Oh,
it's really a fun night. They have to Do a tablescape, which is where they have to lay out their table properly
Mm-hmm.
and lay out the silverware and the cups. And then they have to have some kind of decoration on their table.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big
Oh,
deal.
yeah. It's not just about preparing food or cooking
No.
food, but the entire evening and presentation,
Right.
all of it. Wow. Well, if you're just tuning in or if you're watching us on our KRIM Radio Facebook Live, talking PHS Culinary with instructor Glenna Spurlock and student Sadie Phipps. And boy, yeah, there is a lot, and that's what I love, having the different CTE programs on, and when we do our Longhorn Spotlight, talking to the programs and learning more about the programs, because people might just think, oh, you're just cooking food. That's all you're doing. You're learning how to make spaghetti, bread, which we'll talk about because I heard you talking about making bread. But there's so much more to being in culinary.
Right.
And that's what, I've heard with all the different programs, whether it's FFA, DECA, construction technologies, just all the wonderful CTE programs that our high school offers students.
Yeah. For as small a school as we are, we offer a wide selection of CTE programs.
Oh, we do, and what's great is there's hands-on experience. So I'm sure, is that something that you enjoy kind of compared to other classes,
Yeah.
science, math, but you get into culinary and you're actually doing things.
Yeah, we're doing things and we're learning new things that are actually fun, and it's not just like sitting in the classroom just writing or
Yeah.
typing on the computer. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think CTE programs have saved a lot of students.
Mm.
That's what's helped them get through high school, what's helped them be able to graduate and do the things they need to do
Mm-hmm.
because they like the CTE programs.
Mm-hmm. And whether they go into that field for a career or it's just practical experience
Right.
that they're gaining, that they can use, for the rest of their lives. It's really good. So you were talking before about making bread. So
Yeah,
that's
we've
another
made
thing you've done?
We've made lots of kinds of bread.
Oh yeah?
We made pita bread. We made.
We did we do bagels?
We did do
Did
bagels.
Bagels too. Oh wow.
We do breadsticks,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
lots of rolls.
Yeah, we've done pumpkin
Yeah.
rolls.
Pumpkin roll, yeah.
Lots of
So the dough, is that kind of a good workout? Because you have to...
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you like do it by hand, or do you have also like the big mixers?
We have mixers,
Mm-hmm.
but I also teach them how to knead.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm doing it, as I'm showing them how to knead, I say, I make this look really easy, and it's not.
Mm.
I've been doing it for 40 years.
Mhm.
This may be your first time,
Mhm.
and that's fine. So just because I make it look easy does not mean it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I tell them is, I'm left-handed,
Mm-hmm.
so I turn things different than what most people. So when you're watching me, if what I'm doing doesn't feel right when you're doing it, do it the other way.
Lucky for me, I'm left-handed.
Oh, you're left-handed too, so you can just follow along.
Yeah.
So how was kneading the dough at first? Was that more tiring than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But it was a good learning experience.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. Probably.
Cinnamon rolls,
Oh, cinnamon
I
rolls.
love cinnamon rolls.
Oh, cinnamon rolls?
yeah.
You could probably bake those and sell those to teachers or students, people.
Haven't
We
we?
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the smell. That's what you have those in the morning, and the
Yeah,
smell going
after
out.
we make them, we get to eat them, and if you like, we'll put them in like a baggie, and then we'll go to our next class, and everybody's like, "Oh, can I have some?" And you're like, I made this. This is mine."
Wait,
Go
you
take
go
culinary.
take culinary and make your own.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, cinnamon rolls. Yeah, really good. Mm. And then you make the icing as well, do all
Yep.
of that.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that would be a fun one because, and just in general, getting to eat what you make. I know, I love food, you can tell, but I mean, it's
So do
so
I.
good. Yeah. Yeah, so good. Was that one of the reasons too, and you can be honest, you know, doing culinary because you're like, I can
Yeah.
eat the food.
I have a friend in that class, so we actually made a video at the end of class one time. It was really funny. It was like, we only joined this class to eat because we get to eat the food, but it's actually it was a joke because it's actually so fun. But yeah, we all love food, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty fun to eat the food, and especially because my class is in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So if I didn't fully finish my breakfast or anything, we get to eat food. So
Hey.
it works out.
That does work out. And it has to be cool, like you said, you made it. It's like, wow, I made this.
Yeah.
I did this. And so, just like anything else, you know, when
Yeah,
you
it's satisfying.
make something,
It makes it-
satisfying. Yeah, accomplishment, you know,
Right.
where it's like, wow, I did this. And that has to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have always said like, ooh, I'm not that good at cooking, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I do get pretty proud when I've
Mhm.
made something and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is good. I'm
Uh-huh.
proud of myself.
Yeah. So any of your siblings, or any of them, you know, good in the kitchen, or, you know, do they make food or not really?
I'm not gonna fully out some of them, but
Wait, you know,
it depends on what it is.
Yeah, they might
My
be.
sister makes really good upside down apple pie, so
Wait a second,
It's like-
upside down apple pie.
I think that's what it is. It's
Yeah?
upside down pie, something like that. But,
Upside down pie?
yeah.
That's interesting, because upside down cake, but an upside down pie.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's
But
pretty good, okay.
besides
Sadie,
that,
you're gonna have to bring that recipe in and let's try it.
okay, and then my mom makes really, really, really good banana bread
Oh.
from our great grandma. It's one of her recipes.
One of her recipes?
Yeah. So she
That-
gives it to all of
That
our
is
neighbors.
one thing I tell the kids.
Mm-hmm,
Don't ever give me a recipe that's a secret
uh-huh.
because I don't believe in secret recipes.
Oh, yeah, the whole class, your class will know, huh?
So
Yeah.
if you give me a recipe, it's fair game for whoever.
I don't think it's a secret.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I'll have to ask when I get home. But she gives it to all of our neighbors and everything.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it, so I'll have
So,
to bring that recipe in.
Yeah.
so the banana bread, nuts or no nuts?
It depends.
Nuts.
It depends?
We make a few batches with one nuts and one don't.
Gotcha. You know, somebody that, one of the ingredients they put in their banana bread that it's like, ooh, coconut. So
Oh.
coconut to help.
I don't
Whoa.
like coconuts.
But to help keep it moist.
Yeah.
So to help keep it moist and the flake coconut, oh, I love that.
I do
So,
too.
no?
No.
Okay, not a fan. But, yeah.
And that's one of the things that we don't get to do a lot of in culinary is
Mhm.
work with nuts because we have
Allergies.
allergies.
Yeah.
And so that's been really tough for me because
Yeah.
I'm a nutty person.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's true.
But if we are catering for somebody
Yeah.
and they specifically request that,
Mhm.
then we are allowed to use it.
Gotcha.
But if I have any students in class that are allergic to it, I have to push them
Mhm.
into the other room.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh, yeah, and then-
to
and
keep
then-
them safe.
And then all of, you know, the utensils and everything that you're using in the kitchen
Right.
obviously has to be thoroughly cleaned.
Right.
And we use gloves when
Yes.
we're tracking with other people's food.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's, I've never really thought about that, but how, yeah, nut allergies. And that's something you've been, like you said earlier, teaching culinary for 19 years. It wasn't always like that,
No.
was it?
Uh-uh.
Is that maybe in the last 10 years
Yeah,
or so?
yeah, that the allergies have really gotten bad.
Mhm.
And I ask my classes at the first of every year, anybody in here have an allergy of some kind that I need to know about?
Mhm.
I've had kids that were allergic to pineapple, coconut. I had one that had.
So good.
Don't
No?
look at me. Don't even look at me.
So I have to be aware of those kind of things and so that I can keep my kiddos safe.
And I think that's something that in the culinary industry, all
Huge.
chefs, it's big. I mean, if you're a chef, then you're aware of that. You have a restaurant or wherever you are, that's something that you have to be aware of.
Right.
Wow. So, anything else? Let me see. Almost 10:30 here. But anything else that you would like to share about the culinary program?
We just have a lot of fun in there. We're kind of a little family. We like each other,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I just enjoy being with the kids. They're fun to be with, and it's fun when their eyes light up and they say, "Wow, I didn't know that." And that's always fun for me when something happens and they finally get it. You know.
Well, that's something that you were talking about before the program, where you would be able to retire, but
I'm
this
not
is
quite
just
there
not
yet.
there. I don't feel like it because I heard you saying you get students in, and maybe they're freshmen or sophomore, but first, just starting out in culinary program, and they, don't get it, but you're like, oh, I want to see them like
Learn and grow.
Yeah, the light bulb come on, their eyes get big. So it's like, okay, well, next year maybe they'll get it, or their senior year maybe they'll get it. So, watching that or seeing that and knowing that you help them along.
Have played a part.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is very satisfying and rewarding. So that's, like her sense of accomplishment. Like yours is, these cinnamon rolls are great. I made these. Hers is, oh, look at these students, and when they came in, they didn't even know how to measure anything or do anything, and now, oh, they're making cinnamon rolls all on their own, and they actually taste good. So
Yeah.
that's a key part too. Yeah.
We've had a few things that have not tasted really good.
And have you had something that hasn't tasted really good?
I don't know.
No.
Her class, generally we don't.
Yeah, gotcha.
We experimented a little bit with cream cheese. It was not the best tasting the first time we did it. But I did not make them taste it. I tasted it. I took the brunt of the.
She took one for the team.
Yes. But very few things. The culinary 2 and 3 classes. There's not very many things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Usually it's the beginning class where they put
Yeah.
a tablespoon of salt in
Instead of sugar?
a teaspoon.
Or, yeah.
I just wanted to say that, like, being in the environment where everybody is, nice to each other and you're building friendships and stuff, it makes it like a safe place for you. And I can say that culinary has definitely been one of the safe places for me. So, like, when I'm having a bad day or anything like that, or a hard time in my class before, I can come to culinary and I can talk to her about it and cook at the same time, and just have start my day off better.
Oh, that's great. And it's nice then to have it in the morning, have culinary.
Yeah.
In the morning, so you can start your day off, good like that. And that is great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming on.
having us.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sadie, for coming on and sharing. And just one last thing, is it a case where like students, like you get an opportunity, or do you talk to other students to say, hey, have you ever thought about being in culinary, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People will ask me all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, you're in culinary? That's cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, you should join." So.
No, that's something I found that in all the CT programs, it seems like the students are just really good about that.
Right.
And they enjoy sharing with other students their experience and why they're doing it and what they really like about it, and encouraging students to be involved, to get involved.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
You're so welcome. Thank you, everyone that was watching this morning and also listening. Hope you have a great Friday and also a wonderful weekend. And time to get back to the music here on KRIM. But first, we're going to have a quick update from the National Weather Service.